Okay, first time doing this, so I figured I'd make just a quick little guide on how to start the game, what to do as a brand new player. I find a lot of the guides online are very filler based. So what we're going to do is we are going to start from the very beginning. We're going to create a character, and it's going to bring you to this screen. This is basically your race selection. So all the races, they look different. Their first beginning bit of story is going to be different, and they have access to unique racial abilities which aren't really useful in the actual game itself, and unique armors that only they can wear. So we are going to pick the Asura to start, and we are going to go with a male. This is the profession selection screen. You're not going to have access to the Revenant profession. This is only available if you have an expansion unlocked in your account, but free-to-play players, you are going to have access to 8 specific professions. Now, I'm not going to go into details on how these specific professions work. There's lots of guides online. I would recommend playing through each of them, seeing how you like them, and then going from there. We're going to go with a Necromancer. We are going to select the appearance of our Necromancer. We're going to give him a proper pink afro. This is your profession unique piece of armor that you're going to get to start with. So we're going to go with the glowing eyes. The next few options, they're going to basically be for roleplay purposes. They don't really affect the gameplay that much. They might have some slight effects on the story. So we're going to be a ferocious little guy. This is specific to each of the races as well. So all the races will have a different option for the next 3. It basically affects the intro cutscene and like some slight bits of story at the very beginning. We are going to go with statistics because we hate ourselves. Then we are going to select, doesn't matter, we're going to go with the liquor golem. We're going to select our mentor. Again, these are going to be different for all the different races, and it only affects story a little bit. And then we're going to give ourselves a lore appropriate name. So basically, every single race is going to get a little cutscene. We're going to skip it. The cutscene will be different based on what your selections were during character creation. I'd recommend watching them. They're pretty good. You are going to load into this tutorial level. Just follow the green star, no matter where you are, is going to be your main story mission. So we are basically just going to follow through, talk to this guy, skip the cutscene because we're horrible people, and just follow all the way along. You can see in the bottom right hand corner there's this star here. We're just going to follow it. So basically every tutorial level, every race has a different one, is going to lead you to kind of like a boss at the very end. Sometimes the boss won't have spawned, and there will be other players here waiting for the boss to spawn, so we'll try and get it to spawn here. Alright, so the boss has spawned, and now we're just going to kill it. Like I said, every single tutorial level for every race is going to have its own little boss that every new player has to kill, and then once you've killed that boss, you'll be out of the tutorial level and you'll actually load into Tyria proper. And so just like that, the boss is dead. Once the boss is dead, you'll be greeted with a little cutscene that we're going to skip because we're horrible people, and then you'll load into the actual game itself. So after that boss, we've loaded in, we're going to skip this cutscene. Everyone's going to get a cutscene, everyone's going to beat a boss, and here is just going to show that you've done it, essentially, and we've unlocked a skill. So we've loaded into Tyria proper, and now you're like, okay, I'm here, what am I supposed to do? So this right here, this is kind of, I've hit M and we're on our map now, and we can kind of see all the different things that we can actually work towards doing. So on the left here, it'll kind of give you a breakdown of all the different things on each of the individual maps. So hearts, these are basically areas you'll go to, and in the top right hand corner, it'll be like, kill this, do this, walk around this, lift this up, all that. You basically complete any of the tasks listed underneath the heart, and then essentially it'll fill up a bar and you'll be done. Hero points are basically little areas where you can either pray to or you can fight something. Depending on the hero challenge, you'll get a hero point, and then you can use that hero point to basically level up your character's talents and skills and things like that. Waypoints. So waypoints are basically little areas where you can unlock, and then you can teleport to them for a small fee. Vistas are little areas where you can like do a little jumping puzzle. You'll hop up to the very top of it, and then you'll interact with it, and it'll do a little cutscene just to kind of show you some cool scenery and stuff like that. And then points of interest are just cool little things that the developers want you to take a look at. So basically complete all those things, and for all of those items, that we just talked about, you'll be getting experience. Basically, everything gives you experience, and you'll be filling up this bar at the bottom. More experience means more skills, and more skills means stronger character, essentially. As you're running around, there will also be these other random events that'll pop up. So, as you can see here on the right hand side, so these orange things here, these are just random events that'll pop up. The way the game was originally designed was basically they litter the map with all these different events. You do them, and then once you complete this event, it might lead to another event for successful completion, or it might lead to another event for failure completion. These events provide a lot of experience, so they're great to do if you're trying to level up. One thing with regards to Guild Wars 2 is you don't actually need to level up in your specific race's starting zone. A brand new character unlocks all starting zones for all races, so say you're an Asura, but you're like, screw the Asura, I don't like their starting zone. You can level up in any of the other ones. Here is the Sylvari starting zone. Here is the Human starting zone. Here is the Norn starting zone. And here is the Char starting zone. You can go in and go to each of those starting zones by clicking the waypoint, and you can do everything we just talked about to get experience. As you're leveling up, if you hit H, it'll bring up this hero panel. On the left-hand side, there is something called the story journal, and basically we are essentially working towards getting to each of the progression levels to basically progress the story. So once we get to level 10, we'll kind of unlock this story and basically continue on with the main story, the big green stars we talked about before. A certain number of story steps unlock each 10 levels, and then you kind of go from there all the way to level 80. If you come into Guild Wars 2 and you're like, I don't want to do any PvE is the worst, I don't want to level up that way, you can start playing PvP right away. And you playing PvP, you can level up your actual PvE character. So we're brand new here with a level 2 character. We're going to go up to the crossed swords at the very top, and we're going to go to enter PvP lobby. So we've loaded into the PvP lobby, and basically PvP in this game is everything's normalized. Everyone uses the same gear. Your PvP gear doesn't matter in here. So if you hit these two crossed swords at the top again, and you go down to this reward track area. So as you're playing PvP, you're going to be making progress towards this reward track for either wins and losses. In this reward track, you'll be getting something called Tomes of Experience, which you can use to basically give your PvE character one PvE level. So there is a way, if you want to, you can just hop into PvP right away. Just do strictly PvP. You'll be unlocking Tomes of Knowledge, and then you can use those to gain experience for your character. That's the guide, essentially. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick high-level guide and explain kind of how the game works. Hopefully this was helpful. I might do another guide in the future just to explain some of the systems. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and hopefully have a good day. Bye.